Okay, we are back, and now we're going to take the front assembly off. Surprisingly, it's easier to take it off at the end. I'm going to take off the front tire first, and then the forks will sit down. So it's just easier that way. And I will. I guess it doesn't really matter when you put the front wheel in. It's obviously we're going to have the engine and transmission in first. Front wheel will probably put in after that. So let's get a. Maybe a 27. It is. Okay. I'm just going to make it so that I have a nice three places to stabilize this. We are going to take off the fender first. There are acorn nuts holding this on, which is so weird. I've never seen that before. So there is also there are little 10mm bolts that hold the fender. They're basically fender stays. There are small rectangular plates inside these forks that you can buy them, but they're like $15 a piece. And it's like a little piece of metal. And I bought them before and I've always regretted buying them because it's just way too much. So that's why I have that plate of steel. I actually just started cutting my own because I can cut a plate out in 2 minutes. I've got a little tap and die set, so I can do it myself. So I can do 2 in about 20 minutes. And so that's what this metal is for. It is for making these little plates. And we're going to go over the little plates. I'll show you the little plates once we get working on the fork. I really want to get this dismantled. I would love to get the frame cleaned up a little bit, and we can actually start sanding and media blasting this on the next time. Now we're going to work on the tire. Oops. There is a bolt. It's not tight. It's like a safety feature. There's a pinch bolt here. And the pinch bolt is not pinching. I'm always hesitant on putting lubricant. Because that's what I'm looking for. Because you get it all over the brake drum, it's just a mess. So Oh yes, coming. But it's not coming. Oh shit, there's a pinch pull on this one too. I forgot about it. That's not tight. Here's coming out. So we have the front axle off. That in there. This is the front cover plate. That'll clean up nicely. It's beautiful, actually. Front wheel. Bearings, I don't know. We're going to evaluate that. Brakes should not come off like that. There's tons of dust in here. We're going to have to clean these bearings out. Obviously, we're going to put new bearings in too. It's so cheap. Front fender looks spectacular. Clean up beautifully. There is a dent right here. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really want to mess with it. So pristine. Okay. Now, take off these guys. So, I'm going to take this off first. That nut sometimes can be a pain. is a 22. It is. You can really do this without impact, but it just makes it so much easier. This is also a hard nut to find. Do not want to lose this nut. It's a pain. You can find them. It's a pain. Okay, so we are going to put that nut in the bag. Take these off next. These normally aren't tight, and that's fine. These hold the forks up. So when we take off the top of this top triple tree, I would call this the lower triple tree. This is the top triple tree. We it actually feeds into the top of the fork, and these top fork nuts are also not easy to necessarily find. You can buy them. I've had to buy a couple. They're like $20 a piece. Those are used. If you were buying the new ones that are basically stainless steel or chrome, I actually think they're like $60 a piece, which just is shocking. But it is. I mean, it is what it is. If you need the piece, you need the piece. Do not lose the pieces. Sure. Okay, so we're going to take these off. We will be replacing these with new stainless steel ones as well. These are chrome, and I don't think they're original. Will we keep them for the new owner? Yeah, no problem. We'll do that. This thing's probably never been off in its life. This is the triple tree, the top part. There are two nuts here that hold this on. We're going to take them off, but I'm going to take this off first. Well, I'm going to see if they come out. Let me say that. There's basically a washer here, and there's some rubber bushings that go right here. Surprisingly, these don't seem to really go bad ever. I've never seen any really hard. There's a rubber bushing that goes over that. And there's one that goes over this. These are the fork tubes. And these do get oil in them. Now the oil is just for dampening, really. It is not. It is not. You can run it without the oil, obviously, but it helps if you have the oil in it. From what I've read, it's not necessarily a requirement, but you really want the oil in it. It provides dampening. So it's very easy, and you can actually drain the oil from the bottom. There are some screws that are a blessing and a curse. They're a blessing because it's easy to drain. It's a curse when they want to drain when you think they're tight. So I guess what I mean by that is they leak. So when I clean this, I'm probably going to rinse it off. I'm going to degrease it. I'm going to sand it. I'm going to most likely media blast it. And it really needs it. I mean, I understand some people like patina, but it is rusting. And it needs some paint. Now these are going to come out easier or they're going to come out hard. So I've been in there a long time. So when we clean it, we are going to, there are bearings in the, they're right in this tube, there are bearings. So I'm going to replace those bearings. I actually already have them. I think they're like $5 or $6. When we go there, when we do that, I'll actually post it on. I will post it on in the description about where I bought them and how much they were. So I'm going to see if I can spread these out. Let's try to get them to come out. There is right here. Yeah, it's moving, so we'll get it. I'm trying to spread these out a little bit. Let's see how the other one comes. These are a bear. They're always a bear. I ran out of Free All. Free All is this lubricant that it's this penetrating oil that just, wow, works so great. This is why I hate these things. Well, we are going to leave them be for now. We will get them out. So Yeah, those bearings are toast. There's so much dust in it. I'll tell you what, it's actually been very easy to take this bike apart so far. So I'm lucky. Could have been so much worse. Let us flip it over and try that. Sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to get this stuff out. Okay, here is one of those plates that must have fallen out. Put that in the bag. Yeah, it's moving already. Okay, let's take the top bearing out, make it easier. Yeah, what has happened is this bearing is stuck on shaft. This was insane to get off, but it is off. Okay, we're looking good. So, okay, let me set this up here. So we have the tires, motor, we have the engine. I'm interchangeable, motor or engine. Engine's out, tires off. We have a bare frame. And we have a few more things to take off. So let me pause for a second and we will be back.